Having decided to head out to Brauning Lake for a family get-together, Robert and Michael decided to get there early and try to wet some lines. They threw out, tried to see what's going on. Not that much action was hitting. But nonetheless, they're out there. It's a beautiful day, the water's nice and calm, and they're ready for some fishing action. Alright, so Michael's got another line set out there. It's fairly early in the morning. Now it's time to just set up the rest of the lines, get them all out there, get as much bait out in the water as we can, because we really want to increase our chances of getting some monster redfish. You never know. Sometimes they bite, sometimes they don't. That's why we love to fish. We have our bait spread out over a large area of water to hopefully increase our chance of catching some fish. We don't just want to be tucked into one little corner. So spread it out, get as many baits out there as you can, and see how many fish we can bring in. So the morning seemed to fly by. No bites, no hits, not much action. You can't complain being out in the water on a beautiful day like this. For those of you familiar with the lake, you can tell we decided to hit up Dead Tree Point. Those of you not familiar with it, this is supposed to be a spot that's pretty active with a lot of redfish going by. We decided to hit it up to see if we would have luck today. So the bait of choice today was going to be Yeeman by Fish Bites, and then we were using the crawfish flavor. We've had a lot of success in the past with this here at Brauning Lake, so we decided to give it another try. With it being such a nice day, Michael decided to head out into the water and cast as far as he could. He wanted to have the best chance to get on them big redfish. And you know, when you're on the bank, you can only cast so far, so hey, the water was nice and warm, he decided to go for a swim. So here we are with the first fish of the day. Michael's reeling it in, putting on a good fight. Now it's important when you have one of these big old redfish on your hook to fight them properly. You never want to yank the hook out of its mouth. Just keep solid pressure on and it'll be fine. Walk backwards as the fish gets closer to the edge, so that way the hook stays straight in his mouth instead of going at a crooked angle. If you try to stay close to the edge of the water, the hook can slip out of the fish's mouth and you'll lose him for good. Michael lands this nice, beautiful redfish. You can check out all those spots on his back. Nice and fat, big old belly, put up a nice fight. Looks like the day's gonna be good.
Pretty windy and raining outside. Michael's sitting over there in that truck. Look at that idiot. He gave smoke a cigarette.
So as you see, Michael's getting hammered by Mother Nature out there. But hey, when you gotta rebait those lines, you gotta rebait the lines.
Coming down now.
So as we mentioned earlier, here's the bait of choice. Michael's out there looking for it in the rain, nice and wet, while Robert stays in his truck nice and dry and has the bait. Well, Mother Nature decided to let up and give Robert a chance to fish out there, and here he is hooked up with a nice redfish. So as you can see, Robert's got pretty good control of this redfish that he's bringing in. He's keeping constant pressure on it. He's not forcing it in. He's letting the reel do the work. It's also important to make sure that all the other lines on the bank are not crossing. You want your fish to be free. Always have someone available that can help you just in case the fish makes a move towards those other lines in the water. They need to be able to help you get those other lines out of the way. Otherwise, you're going to be saying bye-bye redfish. So as you can see, that redfish is done, and here's Robert walking backwards, not giving a weird angle on that hook so the fish doesn't have a chance to spit it out. Walks him right up on the bank, and there it is, ready for the fryer. So a little later on, the entire family shows up. We decide to barbecue. There's no fish biting. We're just hanging out, having a great time, conversations, playing music, getting the lines wet. That's when Roger decides he's going to hook up into a monster redfish. So Roger by far has the biggest fish of the day on this hook. He's keeping some solid pressure on there, but he starts running into some trouble. That fish makes a beeline towards the other lines in the water. He starts yelling for some help because he knows he's in trouble. This fish is going to get tangled up and he has a chance of losing it. Unfortunately, help got there a little too late. Oh, you gotta love the family support on this one. Alright, we'll see you on the next episode of Hooked Up and Backlashed.